Hey there, everybody. My name is Stacia Kennedy, and I'm so excited to give you the lowdown on today's video, how to get more clients or how to get more client testimonials. And I'm actually going to show you a prompt that I did to write the emails for my clients just now. So if you are watching this video and you wanting to know a little bit more about how to get more clients through and get them to give you testimonials, this is the video for you. I'm super excited because a friend of mine has been asking me about getting different email prompts for ChatGPT, and I've been using it like crazy. And I think the key here is there is an art really on using AI creatively, as well as using this as a tool to make more offers to your clients. So if you're doing social media marketing as a manager or a consultant or a business consultant, this is right here. Really, I just was thinking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys can do this as well and make this as an offer. Could be a whole nother digital marketing freelance offer for you that you can integrate as well with your SaaS business. If you're not in my free group, we have a awesome community here, and I want you to make sure to join it and click the link below in the description. But hey, I'm so excited now to share you what I just created. I created an entire workflow. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Stacia, and I've been doing digital marketing for over 15 years. And I created a workflow for a client of mine where I manage her launches. And so after the launch, or after any type of marketing event that you do, that you create, you want to ask those clients for testimonials. So the point of this video here is to make sure, in order to get testimonials, you got to ask for them. So make sure that you're asking for the sale, you're asking for the testimonials, the social proof. So you always be not always be, it's always be closing, but you always be asking. Basically, be a master asker is what my mentor used to always tell me. Be a master asker. So what we're going to do here is I've created an entire series, and I've used ChatGPT to help me do it, of course, because that's what we do now. And it just literally helps me like bring out the brainstorm ideas to my head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to share this with you guys. Okay. So first of all, my client had messaged me, and I use Slack all the time, right? And she's like, I have this idea. I want to ask the people, and we got to make sure that we continually ask. Like I said, we need to ask them if we can get a video testimonial from them. And we actually ask them throughout the entire challenge, which is a whole nother video if you want to learn how my whole process on delivering $1 million launch, which I've done several of them. Oh my gosh, my flower's falling the whole time. And anyways, we're going to ask them. So she created a video. She messaged me in Slack. She's like, I want to send out a video and a voicemail drop asking them to send in a video testimonial of why they decided to join. And to incentivize them, of course, we want to incentivize. We're going to give out a raffle for $250, $100, $50 gift card, right? So I transcribed in Slack, actually, when you voice message someone or you do a video, it actually automatically transcribes what the person says, which is pretty cool. So I copied and pasted what she said to me. And sometimes my clients will email me and say, I want to do an email about this. And so all you do is like copy and paste what they said. And then we're going to go over to ChatGPT. Let me log in here. I'm going to show you what I did. It's hard to see the screen, but basically I wrote, can you write an email to the participants who are in our challenge? And I wanted to actually drop into their inbox. I basically copy what she said and how the contest is going to work. So I just said, can you write an email to our participants? And then I drop what she said. And I do this all the time. My clients email me, like I said, and I drop in what they instructed me to do, but I asked ChatGPT to do it. Okay. So all the information is right in there. I drop it in there, ask him to write this, and then it just starts writing and says, it even gives me the subject line. I may not take the whole thing, right? But I'll take the subject line, or maybe it takes parts of it, And then like, of course you want to read through what it said and then see if it sounds like your client or yourself. So I copy and pasted that. And of course, ChatGPT is free, but I do use another service sometimes, and it's called Jasper.ai. If you guys want to link to that, it is a paid service. And I think if you buy it through get the free trial through my link, we get some bonuses or whatever, extra time or searches. God, I hope you can't hear the lawnmower going off. But anyways, so what I love about my Jasper is they have all of these templates that you can use. And most of the time what I use is just a straight up document. They also have like chat feature just like ChatGPT, but I'll use the document and I'll start from scratch and then I'll grab the whole prompt here. Most of the time I like what ChatGPT says, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab this whole prompt, or not prompt, but this is now the result. And then I'll go over here and paste it into Jasper. And I'll read through and I'll be like, I don't really know what this first sentence says here. And I can highlight that, and which actually I do what it said. But I love this rephrase option here. So I don't know if you can see this. Right here, there is a little star here and it says rephrase. So I can click on it. Wait, of course it's not going to work while I'm on. Okay, there. Your performance during the challenge was highly impressive. We observed that you greatly benefited from our experience. So it just reworded, instead of saying we were highly impressed, it like changed it, your performance, and like it just reworded it. So you can reword things and you can keep refreshing, try again and see if it'll reword it to however your preference. And so I just love using those two tools in conjunction with each other. If you're worried about, I don't know why some people are worried about plagiarism or whatever, but it's pulling through other people's through AI. So I don't know. I just think it's amazing. So if you reword it to your own words, it just helps you get the words flowing. And then I sent it to my client for approval. And then they're like, yeah, we love it. Like literally took me 30 seconds to do. And then when I was thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to write a whole nother like series. So you want to not just ask once, you want to be a master asker, right? So in order to be a master asker, you want to email a few more times. So then what I did was I made a prompt and I said, let's see, what did I say? Scrolled up here. I copied and pasted the approved email and I said, can you write 3 more reminder emails of a similar email like this? And then I dropped in the email that I got approved. And then it came up with 3 more series of reminder emails. So the first one, actually, I said in the first prompt, can you write 3 more emails? And it only gave me 1. And so then I wrote again, can you write 3 more versions to remind them in an email sequence? So I guess sometimes your assistant doesn't hear you correctly. So it came up with 3 email reminders and I love them. And they also had really great subject lines. So then, of course, I use Google Docs for everything. I just copied and pasted it, put it in Google Docs, and then edited it up and put it in our GoHighLevel workflow. So let me see if I can make this bigger. I don't know if you can see that. Or maybe I'll make myself smaller. Okay, so here's the workflow. And what I did here, let me make it, see if we can see bigger, is she sent me a voicemail drop. And what that is super cool, because I don't know if you guys know that the GoHighLevel has a system where you can upload a voicemail drop. So she sent it to me through Slack, a voicemail drop, and then I just uploaded it right here. So all I had to do is like click on this plus button, and then I just clicked voicemail. And if you're very new to GoHighLevel, there's this whole, I can backtrack again, but I'll just go through the workflow real quick. You just upload the audio file, and that was it. And I saved the action, and I have a voicemail drop, and I just named it voicemail drop about the contest. I didn't add a trigger yet, because what I'm going to do after I've already set it up, I'll show you is I'll just create a tag, or I can just pull up the list of people that I want to send it to in contacts, which I'll show you in a minute, and then we'll just add them to this workflow. So let me walk you through the workflow in completion. So they're going to get a voicemail drop, and it's going to wait for 5 minutes. I don't know. I just decided I wanted to wait for 5 minutes and then send them an email. And this is going to be the first email that we wrote in ChatGPT. And then the second, and then I'm going to wait for 3 days, email 2, wait for 2 days, email 3, and then wait for 3 more days, last chance, email 4. So it's going about 10 days because in the email also I said you have 10 days to send in a testimonial for the contest, and then we're going to draw the winners. And so another thing that I did here is I went into the settings, and let's see if you can see the screen. Okay. So this in the settings here means, so whenever I add them to the workflow, it's going to be sent to them right away. Doesn't matter what time zone, unless these are our settings. If you want specific time zones of the actual file to go through, I just leave these things blank. But what I wanted to point out is if for any reason in any other workflow that you need to actually, maybe they're opting in for something that you need them to be able to be put in through this workflow again, or if there's like an error, sometimes you want to add this and allow multiple times of being added to the trigger. In this situation, we're just going to leave that. But I just wanted to let you know what that was. And then in this situation, I don't want to keep emailing them if they replied to us. Like maybe they sent in the actual video testimonial and responding to that email. So what I decided to do was to turn this on. So the stop on response ends the workflow for contact if the contact responds to the message that came from this workflow. So I turned that on. Everything else, we're just going to leave it as is, and I'm going to save it. All right. So actions, it's going to go in, wait, email, wait, email, and we're going to be done. So I just thought this was the best email or best way to get clients to give you testimonials. Any type of event that you do, you create some value for your clients. You must do something like this where, whether or not you use my software or you start your business and use GoHighLevel as your service, your software as a service, you should be implementing this strategy of sending them an email right away after they're super happy with what you created value for them. Be a master asker and ask for the video testimonial. Social proof goes a long way. I know I've bought so many things based on my friends buying the product, or I've seen a video of them actually implementing that service. There's that. Let me go remove this picture. Okay. How to get testimonials. You integrate some kind of workflow like that. This is actually, let me go back to show you my whole screen, right? This is GoHighLevel, and where I was in that workflow was automations, right? So you have this whole dashboard and automations, workflows, saying there's a lot of jargon words within the software that is very similar. So on the left-hand side, it's called automations, and these are the workflow lists. And so in that particular workflow that I created, I just went create new workflow, and I started from scratch. And I created that particular workflow that started from a voicemail drop, an email, and then a wait instructions, another email, wait, further on. So hopefully that makes sense. If you want a copy of that workflow, or if you want to learn more about how to start your own SaaS business using this software, offering that as a service, right? Offering an email campaign, basically, where you set up once. You tell the client, okay, here, I set up your emails for you to get testimonials, and then you can just add them into that workflow. So how do you add them into the work? What I want to show you, let me go to a sample account. I don't want to show people's email address, but you would go into contacts, and this one doesn't have any contacts in it yet. But what you normally would have is a whole bunch of contacts in here, and then you would check all the contacts that you want to send, and then you can just add them to the campaign. So you click on that little robot, and then that campaign will show there, or the workflow will show there. And then you just add them to that workflow, and it just automatically goes through the sequence. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you guys have any questions on how to create a workflow, how to do all of those things, where to go into the training. If you haven't watched the full training yet on starting your own SaaS business, how to use GoHighLevel, you can grab my link and you can get the free, this bonus trainings as well too. All right. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love and aloha. Happy Aloha Friday, and we'll see you on the next video.